Mount Albert is ready. We hope you're ready wherever in the world you may be joining us from. Hello, everybody. Welcome to IPW Grave Consequences. James Shaw kicking us off tonight, welcoming Sir Mr. Burns, who will be competing in our main event for the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. They are flanked, as always, by the young Nats Cabinet, a big, powerful unit, church and state. Tukaha holding the Warner Cup in hand. That championship will be on the line tonight when Tane defends against the great AJ Rilla. Plenty of must-see matches coming your way, an absolutely stacked card from top to bottom. My name is David Dunn. I'll be here at ringside with you all night long. The man in the ring doing the announcing, Steve McCleary, will be joining me for much of tonight's action. We're incredibly excited about tonight's card as we are well and truly on the road to Nightmare Before Christmas.
Everyone likes me, trust me.
All the way from Liverpool, England, Ringo Ryan finds himself back at an IPW ring tonight, and Mount Albert certainly excited to see what Ringo Ryan brings to the table. This is a man who was part of the WWE NXT UK roster. This is a man who has challenged for the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship, and this is a man who I hope can give James Shaw one hell of a fight tonight. James Shaw requesting there will be no more clapping. What do you think was going to happen? Ringo Ryan immediately with the front face lock to James Shaw. Some beautiful technical wrestling bound to be on display in this one. Steve McCleary has joined me again from the commentary position. Steve, Ringo Ryan, one of the best in the business, and I cannot wait to see him tie James Shaw up like a pretzel.
This is certainly going to be a technical matchup if ever I've saw one. The incredible skills of Ringo Ryan, world-trained, world-class athlete. Getting a very different reception to what we're used to seeing from Ringo Ryan back the last time he was here in Impact Pro Wrestling.
That's going to happen when you're in there with James Shaw, one of the most loathsome individuals on the IPW roster, and lucky to still be on the IPW roster after a heinous attack on Tommy Fusion at our last event. And believe you me, Shaw has not seen the last of the repercussions for that.
Yeah, I know there were heavy, a lot of heavy comments from both of us actually at James Shaw. You made an ultimatum. Tommy Fusion, I believe, not here tonight. Still suffering potentially from that concussion. That's
right, a horrible situation for Tommy Fusion. We do hope to bring you a medical update on him throughout the rest of the year, but suffice to say the damage done by James Shaw, no laughing matter. Tommy Fusion will not be back in the ring anytime soon. But thankfully we have the services of Ringo Ryan tonight to put a beating on the Divine Saviour. And James Shaw doesn't want any part of it, rolling to the relative safety of the outside of the ring.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to take anything away from the fact that, we're offering our well wishes to Tommy Fusion. We hope he gets healthy soon. But it is also incredible to see Ringo Ryan back here. I'm hoping, he just twists and taps and snaps everything in James Shaw's body, if I'm allowed to say such a thing. Am I? You make the rules.
I'm not going to stop you, Steve. If that's the way you feel, that's certainly a justified opinion to have.
I mean, I've tried to cool down over the last month since what happened, but I mean, it sucks. These are athletes attempting to perform, hone their craft, win championships. It's about the money purse at the end of the day. It's about the accolades. I know that's what it's about for James Shaw, but he's taking it too far. He's hurting people, and that,
And James Shaw will not be receiving his purse tonight. I should put that out there, by the way. James Shaw competing, whether he's aware or not, entirely for free.
I like the way you do business, Dunn.
Just thankful we're not paying Shaw by the hour, the amount of time he's tried to buy for himself tonight already. Now offering a handshake to Ringo Ryan, but from our vantage point, Steve, we can see the fingers are crossed behind the back of Shaw. He has no intention of being an honourable wrestler.
Child or something? Like half the audience can see it. So much for James Shaw, word being his bond. My glasses are smudged. I'm having trouble seeing anything done. I was handing out candy to the audience prior to the show and everything, and I was wearing a hockey mask, a little Halloween flavour. Smudged my glasses right up. Honestly, this is just one of those days where nothing is going right for me. Hopefully someone backstage can bring me something. But I'm pretty sure that I can see James Shaw attempting to cheat from a mile away.
And so could Ringo Ryan. Block the kick. Now some forearms backing Shaw into the corner. There's the Irish whip. And a monkey flip to follow it up. Oh, Ringo Ryan dropped over the top rope there. Was leading about a second monkey flip, but didn't quite get his footing under him. And James Shaw using the rope as though it were a tag team partner. Now putting the boots to Ryan, sending him spilling out of the ring, dangerously close to the ring steps there. Potentially a bad landing for the legs of Ringo Ryan. Not that the rest of his body had it any better. That is an unprotected hardwood floor.
From the perspective of James Shaw, I'm not exactly sure what would set the damn madman off more if he wins this match or loses. If he loses to Ringo Ryan, he's probably going to have another flip out. I hope you're prepared for that. But if he wins, he's going to want that shot to become...
Oh, 1 second away from taking the win there. James Shaw asking for another shot in the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship.
But he's obsessed. He wants to be the first ever 5-time champ. First men's champ. Megan Kate became the first 5-time women's champ last month. That's part of what set him off. He won't be the first full stop in the country, but he can still be the first man to pull it off.
And a very interesting scenario potentially in our main event. Sir Mr. Burns, the long-time friend, if you can say that, partner, stablemate of James Shaw, the state half of Church and State. Sir Mr. Burns will be competing for the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. He is the challenger in our main event. And what would happen were Sir Mr. Burns able to walk away with the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship? Does James Shaw want to challenge Sir Mr. Burns?
I mean, I don't want to ever bet against, you know, the Duke of Death to pull it out in a championship match, but as far as the hypothetical goes, I don't know if anything could separate church and state. But like you say, James Shaw is unhinged currently.
Utterly fixated on the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship despite appearing to move further and further from his goal. Shaw must overcome the roadblock that is Ringo Ryan tonight if he hopes to be in championship contention anytime soon. And missing the elbow drop, James Shaw moves further and further away.
The wily veteran, he saw it coming, he's building up a head of steam. He has just crushed James Shaw. This could be it. It's 1 and it's 2. And it is not 3.
With a steamroller, spiking all his body weight down into the sternum of James Shaw, driving the breath out of Shaw's lungs. Not quite enough to put Shaw away. But Ryan feels as though he is closing in. Back in the fireman's carry position again. James Shaw with the counter, sending Ryan shoulder first into the ring post. That's a squared off ring post. Some rings are circular, this one's square. And now Shaw locking it across face, looking for a submission.
He's got Ryan in trouble right here. This could be it.
And Ringo Ryan taps out to the crossface. A submission win for James Shaw, putting the exclamation point on the victory tonight at grave consequences.
That's not going to happen at all. You are delusional if you think that. I'm going to let you know right now that you have just wrestled for free tonight. You're not going to get paid. And in fact, that was the last any of us are going to see from you tonight. I want you to hit the lottery. I want you to get your bag. I want you to get out of here. You are barred from the building. Especially you, Tane and Tukaha, you don't need to go anywhere because your matchup for the Warner Cup, it's happening right now.
Massive ovation for the challenger. Not such a rousing reception for Tane Tukaha. Warner Cup is on the line. Tukaha, the current holder. Rilla, the unstoppable challenger. Nobody has found a way to derail the Great Ape yet. Undefeated in Impact Pro Wrestling. Is tonight the night that Rilla gets his first taste of championship gold? And of course, whoever holds the Warner Cup come the Eliminator will be the #1 contender for the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. Exchanging forearms in centre ring as the Warner Cup is on the line. Rilla and Tane Tukaha. And of course, you may have heard Steve McClary announce that this has a 60-minute time limit, but if you have ever seen a Rilla matchup before, I don't think it's going to go anywhere near that long. Tukaha, the powerhouse politician, one of the great prospects on the side of the young Nats, just got wiped out.
David Dunn, I've only just made it back to the commentary desk, but as with all Rilla matches, I'm a little bit worried I'm going to have to stand up again. I mean, Tane Tukaha, he's an incredible talent, up and coming. I got to admit, despite who he hangs out with, I was very pleased to see him, take possession of the Warner Cup. But I mean, this is Rilla he's facing now. But what are your odds here?
Not good if your name is Tane Tukaha. We saw Tyler Ernst leap off the apron in fear. Oh, headbutt from Rilla. Tukaha is down.
It took him to the ground.
I mean, there is power, and then there is the Great Ape.
And then there is this!
Oh! Hollowed Earth from Rilla. Once again, a win for the Great Ape, but this one's different.
Give it up! The Great Ape, Rilla, the new Warner Cup champion! This whole year, you guys have been with us. You've been shouting J. But I think it's time we change the chant. I think now we have to start saying
Champ indeed, for the first time. Well, from one tense situation to another just as fraught, Amber Saint gets her hands on the disgusting moustached slime ball. Her words for Will Stone, coming your way next at Grave Consequences.
The following is a singles match scheduled for one fall. With a 20-minute time limit.
Let's go.
Showtime Will Stone on his way to the ring. Coming out here alone tonight as Alex Savage backstage preparing for his last man standing match. Still to come a little later on tonight, IPW Grave Consequences. Savage and Sheehan last man standing. But we are not even necessarily talking about a man in this matchup because Will Stone has angered a ghoul and will find himself one-on-one with Amber Saint tonight. Make no mistake, Amber Saint not the referee tonight. She is here to compete, looking very festive as it is Halloween season. And Will Stone getting some extra fibre in his diet, biting down on what I can only presume to have been a derogatory sign.
I can, in fact, report back to you with my incredible past in journalism. It says Will Stone sucks. So...
And Amber Saint letting Will Stone know exactly what she thinks of him.
I knew that if I said Amber Nate... I knew that if I said Amber Nate... I am discombobulated right now, David Dunn. I'm trying to do a Beetlejuice gag out here for everybody watching on YouTube, on IPW on demand. I can't get through it. I can't get through it. A whole gag about saying her name 3 times, I can't even say it once.
Well, perhaps for the best, we don't want to summon anything ungodly as Amber Saint with the crossbody here looking to get the win in the early going. Jawbreaker to Will Stone. Follows up with a neck breaker. Saints break in every part of Will Stone's body. You love to see it. Is it enough to put him away? Not quite yet. But Amber Saint getting some momentum on her side after she has spent the better part of the last month thinking about this matchup. This is a matchup that Saint requested. She wanted to get her hands on Will Stone. Oh! As Stone puts his hands on Saint. Of course, stemming as a result of the tag team matchup at our last event where SAS took on the duo of SAS in their own right. Savage and Stone against Sheehan and Saint. Will Stone getting a 1 count there, a very unserious cover to a former New Zealand Women's Champion. And Mount Albert making it abundantly clear what they think of Stone. The least popular man in the building, no matter the building.
Yeah, I'm sure wherever Showtime works, he walks into the building in the morning, like he could bring people donuts, doesn't matter. They're probably booing him, they're checking him out. They probably have Will Stone suck signs at his job. And rightfully so. Honestly, you can't say that about many people.
Can't say it about many people, but we do love to say it about Will Stone.
Both members of SAS just seem dedicated on just getting the ire of every audience they're in front of, or backstage. I've had the pleasure to, be around them backstage. They just... And what can you say? They're simply the worst. And can you imagine what would happen if Will Stone gets a pinfall over a former New Zealand Women's Champion? He'll crow about that too. He'll rub it in your face. We'll never hear the end of it.
Stone trying to slow things down now. Not afraid of bending, if not outright breaking some rules. Really taking his time, lining up the elbow drop, but still hits the mark. Into the cover. Saint gets the shoulder up. Stone applying pressure to the wrists in that one.
Got to say, I'm impressed that Will Stone doesn't have Alex Savage by his side here right now. They usually travel in a pack all of the time. I'm happy he's here doing this by himself, much like Alex Savage will have to later on tonight in the last man standing match against Jake Sheehan.
Oh, no water in the pool for Will Stone, crashing and burning off the elbow drop, and this is Saint's time to shine, knocking him down with the clothesline. There's another clothesline, not a third, so we don't have to worry about any Beetlejuice sort of stuff. There was a pump kick instead, followed up by a European uppercut. Saint is rolling here with the facebreaker. Gets himself a 2 count. And the point of the heel finds the target in the upper back of Showtime.
The audience here absolutely drinking this in.
Take a good look.
Could not happen to a nicer guy.
Stone in a lot of pain there. Wouldn't have been able to tap out even if he wanted to. His hands were tied up. Wouldn't have been able to give a verbal submission either, Steve.
Oh no, poor man. Oh, come on. No, it's Alex Savage.
Alex Savage. Oh! With the ripcord and the sick kick from Stone. Sickening. Stop this now! Ripcord lariat, and Jake Sheehan out here to clear the ring in a hurry. Sheehan and Savage will be part of a last man standing matchup still coming your way, but a disgusting scene yet again here at IPW courtesy of Savage and Stone.
I am damn sick and tired of SAS. Yeah, point at your crotch. You're such a cool dude. Hell is coming for Alex Savage later tonight in Last Man Standing.
Last man standing still to come later tonight, but up next, a matchup just as personal. At Fans Bring the Weapons, Vinnie Dunn and the Spartan both got physically involved in the war for the New Zealand Women's Championship. Tonight, they'll join forces with Megan Kate and Frankie Quinn, respectively, for this high-stakes tag team contest.
A mixed tag team match scheduled for one fall. The 20-minute time. It is now time to open up those mouths and pay your respects. Five-time New Zealand Women's Champion, hands of fire.
We are wearing noise-cancelling headphones here at the commentary position, but that didn't help one bit. With that introduction from superstar Troy Daniels, the Dynasty out in force tonight. Incredible tandem, the Spartan and Frankie Quinn making their way to the ring tonight. Mixed tag team action coming your way at IPW Grave Consequences.
Objectionable.
We should point out mixed tag team action as opposed to intergender tag team action here. The men will wrestle the men, the women will wrestle the women.
That's incredible, David Dunn.
And after much toing and throwing, here we go.
They're going at it. A lot of long, simmering issues between these two competitors.
Let them fight, we shall. Picking up right where they left off at Fans Bring the Weapons. Megan Kate, the current New Zealand Women's Champion, and Frankie Quinn, the last woman to hold the title, throwing it down at Grave Consequences. Here we go.
Quinn will be looking for a different outcome than at Fans Bring the Weapons. The one that allowed Megan Kate to become the first ever 5-time Women's Champion.
Meteor knee strike to the corner from Frankie Quinn. She is feeling it here. And again. Megan Kate with a rake of the eyes, tag mate to Vinnie Dunn. Now the Spartan must enter the matchup as well.
And this is a matchup I am very interested in. The Spartan taking on Tukaha Vinnie Dunn. Tukaha a multiple time, 4-time in fact, New Zealand Heavyweight Champion. The Spartan wants to get back in that title hunt. He's had lots of issues with Horus. If he could knock off Tukaha here, if the Incredibles could take the win, they will both be in title contention again, I'd have to assume. Now that was Quinn attempting to pin Tukaha, was it not?
It was. What a fast and frantic action this matchup has produced. Things getting mixed up there. A tag made to Frankie Quinn. Now she's the legal woman. This Spartan has to exit the ring. Okay,
I mean, you're the boss done at this stage. I mean, things happen very quickly in professional wrestling. You got to go with the flow. And what a team Spartan and Quinn are. They are flowing like just in and out. Half the time I can't even tell which one's going for the pinfall. I say let it ride.
Oh, missile drop kick from Tukaha Vinnie Dunn. That's going to shut down any teamwork in a hurry. Dunn and Spartan became physical with one another during that incredible Fans Bring the Weapons match. Dunn complaining about his foot.
Well, I mean, you know, shoes can have lots of problems, feet can have lots of problems. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in the corner, Steve, is what's happening.
It's Troy Daniels just choking the Spartan.
Troy Daniels, Megan Kate putting the boots to the Spartan in the corner while Vinnie Dunn complaining about a shoelace.
Troy Daniels has quite the mouth on him, and he's also a bit of an ass.
An incredible souvenir for a member of our audience as Tukaha Vinnie Dunn throws the t-shirt of Sam Black, the Spartan, into the crowd.
It's been a long time since I've seen the movie. Do you still have your powers if you don't have your suit on? Is it just for looks?
We'll have to find out here, but Spartan looking to be in a rough way. He's dumped through the ropes and right into the heart of enemy territory. Vinnie Dunn antagonising Frankie Quinn, distracting the referee, and Megan Kate going to work on the outside.
Well, you know when you deal with the Dynasty, they're gonna break rules every chance they get. Tonight, obviously no different. Can you imagine after all the years in this business, well over a decade, to still be as smooth in the ring as Tukaha Vinnie Dunn? What a specimen.
It is incredible. It's how Vinnie Dunn has become, into the cover here. It's how Vinnie Dunn over the course of his career has become a former 4-time New Zealand heavyweight champion. One of the best to ever do it. And showing he is just as physically fit, as capable, as confident as the day he won his first championship. Double team offense from Tukaha and the women's champion.
The Dynasty endlessly confident right now. They feel like they've got this one in the bag.
Now Vinnie Dunn not even trying to hide the cheating from his side.
He does have a 5 count to break any hold in the ropes. He uses it to 4.
Megan Kate not supposed to have a 5 count for attacking people from the outside.
I mean, potato.
I'm just saying we've already seen a disqualification tonight. Not afraid to call for that again should the referee ask.
And that would be a shame. Any contest ending in a disqualification is a shame. You want to see a definitive winner.
And Vinnie Dunn continues to have the referee right where... How could we not hear that?
Well, I think the referee has. And this could be disastrous for Spartan. I mean, these are hardwood floors.
No good way to land on a hardwood floor.
And look at Megan Kate getting right in the face of a fan. Showing off those guns. She's so pleased with what she's done here tonight. And she's still continuing. David Dunn, maybe you want to think about finding the ref. Maybe disqualify the ref. He needs to get his control over this.
We are going to have to take a quick intermission after this matchup is over. I need to speak to our officials, Steve. Meanwhile, back in the ring, the Spartan just about to be victim of a spear. He avoids it.
Not many people avoid Tukaha's spear, but the Spartan isn't any ordinary man.
Oh! Avoided it once, but couldn't dodge it a second time.
This is it. Just...
It's not it, Steve. The Spartan endures.
I mean, that is a good call by the referee, but I have not seen that many times. Someone kicking out of Tukaha's spear. My God.
Tukaha thinking of the Spartan kicked out of the spear. Thinking about some top rope offense, but Spartan not going to let Tukaha try it.
Megan Kate right in the face of another fan. And now Troy Daniels, what is their problem?
Hey, if their attention's on the fans and not on the Spartan, I'm happy with that. As Spartan nails a superplex.
That ain't no superplex David done. That's an incredible plex. I'm back.
But now what condition is the Spartan in after that incredible plex from the top rope? Frankie Quinn spent a lot of time on the apron. Is this the chance to bring her into the matchup, or is Spartan feeling it? Does he have what it takes to capitalize on this here and put away Tukaha? Spartan reaching out, he's trying to tag his partner.
He can do it, I know he can do it.
The tag has been made.
He has been, oh. About to say, a great way to stop the momentum of the Incredibles over there, but
Frankie Quinn slipping off the back. Into the cover here, Vinny Dunn hit the back of his head.
I didn't know for a second there who got the worst of that one. But Quinn is the one on her feet looking to finish things off.
Collision in the corner of Frankie Quinn, locked on, sliced bread to Tukaha. Now the tag to the Spartan. Megan Kate has been knocked from the apron.
We know what Spartan's looking for, and that spear! One hell of a move from one hell of an athlete. I thought it was today, but we might be looking at it. Oh!
The tomorrow driver, Steve. Congratulations go out to our winners. Now, if you'll excuse me, folks, I have an important announcement to make. Let's take a look at the events that led to the finish of this matchup, starting with the collision in the corner and the sliced bread from Frankie Quinn. The Spartan, congratulations to Frankie Quinn. But now, if I can just get all of your attention for a short period, please. We have made a lot of history here at Impact Pro Wrestling throughout 2024.
Oh, shut up!
We saw the first ever female fans bring the weapons match. And I'm pleased to announce that next month, that's correct, it's the first ever 5-time New Zealand Women's Champion of the World Impact. And we'll be making history again next month because on December the 14th, IPW Nightmare Before Christmas, for the first time ever, Megan Kate, you will be defending the New Zealand Women's Championship against Frankie Quinn for the first time ever inside a steel cage!
Well, the chaos continues here in IPW. As coming up next, it's time for that last man standing match. Sheehan and Savage one-on-one. Who will be the last man standing?
The following match comes with a 30-minute time limit, and it is Last Man Standing!
contract entitling Alex Savage to a match for the championship of his choice at the time and place of his choice. But he cannot be thinking about that now because Savage is seconds away from this last man standing encounter with the malevolent Jake Sheehan out for revenge. And Sheehan not wasting any time getting this matchup underway. He's been thinking about it. Oh, blood snap suplex on the outside to Alex Savage. And this is a last man standing match, folks. If you haven't seen one before, let's explain the rules. The only way to win is to incapacitate your opponent to the point that they cannot answer the referee's count of 10. It can happen in the ring, it can happen outside of the ring, it can happen outside of the building. Absolutely everywhere is legal tonight. Anything goes. And boy oh boy, if that isn't a matchup that plays into the strengths of Jake Sheehan, but maybe into the strengths of SAS as a tag team. Look behind you, Jake.
He hit the sick kick on Sheehan. I thought that piece of crap had already left.
It is evident he has not.
Why can neither of these guys take care of business on their own?
Unfortunately, the specific rules of this matchup do not dictate that it must be. And we, at a count of 7 now, are 3 seconds away from Jake Sheehan losing this matchup. He makes it back to his feet, but for how much longer? Will Stone making no intent to leave the ring. This match, less than 2 minutes into this matchup, it has immediately become a 2-on-1 handicap match in effect.
Well, I guess deep down we had to know this was a possibility. This is probably part of why SAS got Will Stone disqualified in that match against Amber State, so that Will Stone was still able to come into this match, the last man standing. I mean, it is not normal to see Jake Sheehan on the receiving end of the numbers game.
Absolutely not. Jake Sheehan ruled over Impact Pro Wrestling with an iron fist as the head of control.
But we've seen a lot of change in Jake Sheehan over the last period of time since he lost control. We've seen the reuniting with Amber Saint. And we've seen the rise again of SAS into this new version, which is just more dastardly, more devious than ever before.
And they were dastardly and devious to begin with. Fall-away slam from Alex Savage.
They're con men, they're grifters, and they hold the 2024 Eliminator contract, which gives them a shot at any point at the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the topsy-turvy world we would live in? That grifting bastard in the ring right now becomes New Zealand Heavyweight Champion. Imagine if he did it tonight, during Horus vs. Sir Mr. Burns.
It's certainly a possibility, Steve, but Alex Savage cannot get ahead of himself. Rapid-fire knife-edge chops in the corner to Jake Sheehan now, but Savage must focus entirely on Sheehan, who doesn't seem to be all that effective.
Might need a lot more distance there on those chops. That's what I'm talking about.
But there's the numbers game. Sheehan had to turn his attention to Will Stone on the outside, and it leads to him being spiked on his head with the DDT from Savage.
And hopefully that was gum that flew out of Sheehan's mouth and not a tooth.
What do you need from me?
I mean, this is the world we live in. I just had a legitimate moment of concern for Jake Sheehan. That's a man that's punched me in the groin. But that's what it means to have SAS in this business right now, in this company, doing what they are doing.
They are despised wherever they go by fans and management alike. But it was Jake Sheehan who requested this matchup as he struggles, but makes his way back to his feet, beating the 10 count yet again. It was Jake Sheehan who demanded this match, who wanted something special, who wanted a definitive.
Well, that's something special, isn't it?
Yes,
and so is that. Okay, that's the type of cockshot I like.
Savage hits Stone, Sheehan hits Savage, and this must be what Sheehan was envisaging when he requested last man standing. He's wanted to get his hands on Alex Savage from the moment they wrestled the tag team matchup at our last event, but especially after what happened a little bit earlier tonight with Amber Saint. And now Sheehan looking for the perch pile driver perhaps, but a chair from Will Stone.
At SAS, no, there's no one coming to help Jake Sheehan. Amber Saint, I don't even know if she's still in the building. The attack that SAS did to her earlier tonight incapacitated her. Sheehan, he had, a burst of energy there. It was incredible. Savage still feeling the after effects. And like I said earlier, I felt that too. It's going to sting.
And Will Stone has removed the middle turnbuckle pad.
No.
Cut the turnbuckle pad clean off. We now have an exposed steel turnbuckle. Oh! A precision Irish whip from Alex Savage, and Jake Sheehan goes face first into the turnbuckle, and he may be out cold.
Oh,
this might be it.
He's not moving, Dunn. I mean, at least he's breathing right now, but I mean, that's...
About all the movement coming from the Sheehan corner.
His head went straight into that. That was... At least he's stirring. He's obviously clutching his head, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, it might be smarter at this point. Just take the L. Just let it go.
Sheehan trying to get some feeling back and get his wits around him. A count of 9, and look at that, Steve, because of the positioning of where he landed, Sheehan was able to roll under the bottom rope, landing on his feet at ringside, rather than pulling his own body weight all the way back up to a vertical base. But
well, he's smart. I mean, we've always said it about Sheehan, he's smart as they come.
A great ring general, always aware of where he is in that squared circle, but unfortunately did not have his eye on Will Stone, who we have seen do some bizarre things with signage tonight, and now choking Jake Sheehan on the outside in plain view of the referee. Nothing anybody can do about it. And Alex Savage may win this matchup without having to lay a single finger on Sheehan any further.
And I bet Savage would like nothing more, honestly. All right, maybe he wants to throw a few punches. Fair enough. Wants to feel like he did something, he accomplished something here tonight.
Savage starting to shake, rattle, and roll.
Savage, Stone just stole a shoe off a member of the audience and threw it away.
Oh, and Jake Sheehan colliding now his lower back, crashing into a chair wedged between the ropes. First, he went head first into the exposed turnbuckle. Now the lower back crashing against the steel of a folding chair. And again, referee Matt Rhodes begins the count. Last man standing. Sheehan has until a count of 10 to make his way back to his feet.
That lower lumbar of Sheehan has to be screaming in pain. But he has made it to his feet. Honestly, you know that old book, How to Win Friends and Influence People? The opposite of that is literally everything SAS do. He's looking for the devil, you know. I don't know if Savage has ever hit that maneuver. Oh! But that definitely hit, didn't it?
Big time on Showtime. Turned inside out with the clothesline. Oh, and there's a vertical drop brainbuster from Jake Sheehan.
I think Stone is out on his feet.
Sheehan looking for the purge. Oh, but Savage from behind with the sleeper.
He usually transitions from this into a lariat. Sheehan is going to have to duck out of the way or break loose earlier if he wants any hope here.
And again, every offensive opportunity from Alex Savage has come courtesy of Will Stone. Jake Sheehan has been distracted time and time again. And that's when Savage has been able to capitalise. He doesn't want the lariat this time, Steve. It looks like he might have choked Jake Sheehan out.
Look at them. Look at how happy they look. This is essentially a glorified handicap match. How can any one competitor stand up against two other athletes?
Jake Sheehan defiant until the end.
You took the words right out of my mouth, David. And this could very well be the end for Jake Sheehan. Maybe not just in this match, but in his career if SAS keep up like this.
Savage with a scoop slam and Showtime hurtling himself over the top rope like a missile, crashing down on the sternum of Sheehan.
SAS have to realise they're going to have to do more than this to put Sheehan down.
And unfortunately, they are certainly capable of doing more. Oh!
They have won many a match, many a tag team match with that maneuver. Sheehan is out, face down right now. Stone looks confident.
At the halfway point for Jake Sheehan now, a count of 5 has been reached. That's the 6. Can Sheehan get back to a vertical base?
I mean, you really do have to start thinking about how much Jake Sheehan can take and how much he is willing to take. Should he just stay down?
Ripcord into the sick kick. There's the lariat. Devastating combination from SAS.
Well, hang on just a minute. Maybe this time we should have said her name 3 times. Amber Saint, Amber Saint, Amber Saint. Is she here? Wait, she is. She just came through the crowd and she's got a shovel. God damn it, she's got a shovel. She's spanking Stone. Boom shakalaka! Take a picture, frame it on the wall. I want to see that every day of my life backstage. Oh! Ah, you son of a bitch, Stone. He certainly did.
Jake Sheehan now with a surge of adrenaline, knocking down anything that moves. Double knees in the corner. Oh! Devastating impact. Will Stone is down. Alex Savage rushing in. Eats an enziguri.
One thing we've always known about Jake Sheehan, never count him out. And in a match like that, that's very important.
Oh my goodness, what an impact from the Alabama Slam.
Well, Stone has a long history of problems with his redditors. And I guarantee they have been shaken up by that maneuver. And Captain Sledgy himself. Sheehan's got a sledgehammer. Sheehan's got a sledgehammer.
But a Polish hammer to the back of the head, courtesy of Alex Savage, saving Will Stone from what almost guaranteed would have been a second retirement.
Savage looking for it. The devil, you know, he has dropped him. And I'm sorry, but that has to be it. I don't know how Jake can recover from that. Oh!
Amber Saint's not done. She's got all sorts of tricks up her sleeve. A trash can. How fitting to Alex Savage.
Are you saying they're garbage? Are you saying SAS is garbage? Because it sounds like you're saying they're garbage.
You can infer what you want from it, Steve, but the point remains. Savage has been knocked down. Sheehan down for the devil you know. This matchup is anybody's for the taking. Savage swinging a chair wildly, but it's Sheehan who connects with the trash can lid. The drop kick, hitting the mark, blasting the trash can back into Alex Savage's face, and now Savage where he belongs.
Right in the bin. I'm going to say some words right now I never thought I could imagine saying. Thank you, Jake Sheehan. Thank you so much.
But Sheehan a long way away from Savage here. Savage positioned in one corner, Sheehan hitting up top of the other, coast to coast with the drop kick.
Savage's ears have to be ringing. That's if he's even still conscious.
Oh! The sledgehammer right to the side of the head of Will Stone.
Stone's out. Don't say it.
Oh!
Jesus.
Sheehan with the knockout blow. A sledgehammer to the trash can on top of Alex Savage.
No, no, no. Oh my God. Yeah, start counting, ref. Maybe get to 100 and then get them some medical attention. My God. Ladies and gentlemen, this is live professional wrestling. There's nothing like being here live.
Sheehan back to his feet now. Savage has not moved.
You've got to be kidding me.
If that was not enough blunt force trauma to the skull.
Oh.
Sheehan purges Savage.
Oh my God!
A purge to Will Stone on top of his tag team partner.
What the hell?
Sheehan stacking up the bodies. Referee Matt Rhodes begins the count.
I've never seen anything like that.
Sheehan on his feet. Savage and Stone are down. It's over. Sheehan overcomes the odds. And boy oh boy were the odds stacked against him in a huge way at the start of this matchup. Essentially wrestling a handicap match from the moment the bell sounded, but with the support of Amber Saint and with a ruthless desire for vengeance, Sheehan and the Purge become the last man standing.
What a trio! Sheehan, Saint and Sledgehammer.
Moving now from Triple S to Triple P. Tag team action on the way at grave consequences. Perfect Peter Parr and Jack Maximum get a non-title chance to go 2-on-2 with New Blood. Our cameras were there when I broke the news to them, and well, to be honest, I still don't know how they took it. Jack Maximum, Perfect Peter Parr. You've got quite the foundation of a tag team going, I must say. How would you two like a tag team match in our next event? How would you guys like to wrestle New Blood? Alright, of course, it can't be for the tag team titles, you're not quite established enough for that, but non-title matchup, Jack Maximum and Perfect Peter Parr against New Blood at our next event on November 2nd. What do you think? Okay, well, good chat, team.
The following is a non-title tag team match scheduled for one fall. The 20-minute title limit.
Unconventional pairing, I guess you could say, although that's going to be the case for either of these men if they were to tag with anybody. They are unconventional guys. But the fact remains, shockingly, Perfect Peter Parr and Jack Maximum have been building momentum here in the Impact Pro Wrestling Tag Team Division. And I think it's only fair they be rewarded with a shot at the champs. Of course, as Stephen Cleary announced, this matchup is non-title, but it will serve as somewhat of an eliminator. If Perfect Peter Parr and Jack Maximum can achieve maximum perfection tonight by taking out the champions, then they will be next in line for a matchup for the Aotearoa Tag Team titles. As we arrive at our final event of the year, Nightmare Before Christmas. So high stakes in this one, regardless of non-title implication. But of course, two men who will have something to say about the aspirations of Maximum and Parr. Kicked over in Zach Hale, New Blood, and what a roll these two have been on. Aotearoa Tag Team Champions, most recently defending their titles against the unit of James Shaw and Sir Mr. Burns in Hawke's Bay. And in fact, we will be back in Hawke's Bay Impact Pro Wrestling in action December 6th and 7th. We'd love to see you there. Tickets are available from eventfinder.co.nz if you do find yourself in that part of the country. But back to the action at hand. Nova and Hale, non-title matchup, taking on the hungry potential challengers, Parr and Maximum.
David Dunn, I have breaking news to impart to you right now.
To me?
Yes, absolutely to you.
And to our viewers at home?
Yes, absolutely. Due to the condition of SAS, Alex Savage forgot to take the Eliminator contract backstage. So, as far as I'm concerned, General Manager David Dunn, that's currently in your possession for the rest of the night.
I will take good care of that, Steve McCleary, and that is a weight off our shoulders when it concerns our main event.
You have no idea how good that feels.
Of course, the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship will be on the line in our main event, but the Aotearoa Tag Team titles not on the line here. But as I have laid out for the people, Steve, if Pa and Maximum can pick up the win tonight, they are guaranteed to become #1 contenders. They will receive a championship match at Nightmare Before Christmas.
And that seems fair. And they have been making strides, and they're very charismatic individuals. There was some certain words said by referee Conan Wood in the ring after he had to take the beautiful jacket off Perfect Peter Parr, but I won't repeat them right here. But
well, I'm pleased Conan Wood's saying the words, because when I spoke to the unit of Parr and Maximum at our last event to offer them this matchup, I couldn't get a word out of them.
Yeah, what is that whole thing where they touched like the side of his face, and then sometimes Perfect Parr makes that really awesome noise that I don't know how to do myself. I tried. It sounds awful.
It's beyond me, I'll tell you that, Steve, but they are an effective team regardless of their communication style. They communicate exceptionally well with one another, and they tag exceptionally well. Look at this.
Where is Leon Diamond? The other half of the Alpha of Auckland, and I haven't seen him in a long time. And does this make Perfect Peter Parr? Is he an Alpha? Is it transitive? Does it flow on to him and the other one's not here? Explain this to me.
A lot of questions being raised, Stephen. I'm afraid I don't have the answers for you. You've got to believe, it is coming into exam season. Perhaps Leon Diamond studying hard at AUT, of course, the Alpha University of Testosterone.
All right, that's a good answer. I'll take that one. And look at Perfect Peter Parr. That is a tall, tall man. And while the Alphas of Perfection definitely work well together, no one in this business works as well together as New Blood. And they've got the gold to show it. Oh, he's doing it. He's touching his face again. He's basically just asking you to get punched, isn't he?
You want to touch faces? Let's touch faces, says New Blood. Now Kid Nova into the cover, gets himself a count of 2.
Definitely the bad touch. And I think every time, do you see that double team maneuver there between New Blood? It just came out of nowhere. I mean, every time I see them, I know they're already tag team champions, but it's like their synergy grows better every night.
Day by day, New Blood improving on the tag team form that already earned them the richest prize in the game, the Aotearoa Tag Team Championships. And Kid Nova improving on his striking. Parr doing his best to cover up the chest, but inadvertently gave up his back. And Kid Nova knows a thing or two about how to manipulate a back. Into the cover after that slam there. And now Zach Hale wants into this matchup.
That was one hell of a kick from Maximum there. I mean, that's the thing. Like they love goofing around Parr and Maximum. They spend a lot of their time like having fun out there for some reason. I don't know who they're amusing other than themselves. You don't actually get to see them compete like seriously that often, like consistently, like across a match. But when they do, when you see it, they start to turn it up. Like they might walk out of here #1 contenders. That'd be very impressive.
A very distinct possibility, but Kid Nova is going to have something to say about that. Nova finding himself on the wrong end of a combination in enemy territory, and Jack Maximum looking for the exclamation point on it all. But the delayed scoop slam little bit of a shout out to his fellow students at the Alpha University of Testosterone.
Again, if I could do that weird lone wolves howl, as they call it, I would do it right now to show my respect.
I'm glad you can't, Steve.
So much, honestly.
Maximum going to work on the midsection of Kid Nova.
Oh! That was one hell of a shot to the chin, but he just fires one back.
You do not want to go shot for shot with Jack Maximum. Who now makes the tag to Perfect Peter Parr. Oh! Maximum tried to get involved with Zach Hale, but Hale now bringing himself into the match.
Look at him go! The high-octane hurricane himself, Zach Hale!
Tiger feint kick followed up with a clothesline. Zach Hale feeling it now, and referee Conan Wood doing his best to get this matchup under control as Hale sails through the ropes.
If you blink, you miss him.
Nova gets himself a 2 count off
That
of the offense.
incredibly brief miscommunication there about who was the legal man may have cost them the 3 count. But they did take care of it very quickly nonetheless. Oh!
Hale rolling through into a crossface here.
We saw one match end earlier tonight with this maneuver.
Mount Albert calling for Peter Parr to tap out. Will he do it? Jack Maximum trying to break up the submission. Nova running interference.
Oh, no!
Oh! The slam to Kid Nova on top of Zach Hale, and that is certainly one way to break up a crossface.
I couldn't be really sure from my angle. That kind of looked like their heads may have collided during that, but again, just from the angle I'm at.
Nova seems to be okay getting the boot up and throwing the shot. Ducks the clothesline. Oh, look at that!
Maximum is down, but here comes perfection!
Hale looking for the pump kick.
And Perfect Peter Parr, I think he might be... He's looking for it. He's got a beautiful small package. Oh.
Zach Hale doesn't want to see that package.
Oh no, this could be it for Perfect Peter!
Big win for New Blood. Could have been in trouble there with Perfect Peter Parr calling for the small package, but had the counter, had the double team offense, and now have the moment to raise their championships up high. Incredible effort from Parr and Maximum, but tonight it was not to be. New Blood once again showing why they are the best team in the nation. Switching gears here to a real highlight of the IPW calendar, it's time to celebrate the Deal, Del Knox, as he is inducted into the IPW Hall of Fame.
At this time, please welcome Dion McCracken. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the IPW New Zealand Hall of Fame induction ceremony for 2024. The Hall of Fame seeks to recognise those pioneers of the modern era of New Zealand professional wrestling. Names like Alexander the Great, Gary O'Davis, Britton A, and more. But before we begin tonight, I'd ask that we take some time to acknowledge the passing of two of our Hall of Famers just this calendar year. As we spoke of earlier, the passing just recently of Peter Lane, a true legend of New Zealand professional wrestling who bridged the gap between the old guard and the modern era of New Zealand wrestlers. And Charles Warner, known as The Machine, a true pioneer of IPW, a man in which there would be no IPW without, and arguably there would be no New Zealand wrestling scene at all without Charles Warner. So I'd ask you to please rise and give these Hall of Famers one last standing ovation. Let's take a look at the next inductee into the IPW New Zealand Hall of Fame.
A pioneer of the resurgence of New Zealand wrestling, the Deal, Dal Knox, was at the forefront of Impact Pro Wrestling through 4 lengthy reigns of the IPW New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. Debuting in 2003, his aggressive in-ring style complemented his charismatic nature, but it was his finisher, the Knocks Out, which really wowed audiences as it put away opponent after opponent. Knox featured in the internationally acclaimed PWI 500 2 years in a row, held the New Zealand Tag Team Championship, Armageddon Cup, and was the first winner of the NZPWI Eliminator. Few will forget his epic feud with Vinnie Dunn in 2010, when Knox and then manager Dion McCracken orchestrated the Westlake Screwjob, a moment that lives in New Zealand wrestling folklore, culminating in a classic Fans Bring the Weapons match with Dunn later that year. Tonight, we honour the legacy of a modern-day great as we induct into the IPW New Zealand Hall of Fame, the Deal, Dal Knox.
Ladies and gentlemen, here to induct the Deal, Dal Knox, and the New Zealand Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame, Tukaha, Vinnie Dunn.
Thank you, buddy. Kia ora, my name is Tukaha Vinnie Dunn. It is my honour and it is my privilege to induct the Deal, Dal Knox. But let me paint a picture. 20 years ago, it was Tukaha Vinnie Dunn versus the Deal, Dal Knox. We're on a crash course to entertain every single one of you fans. And did we not entertain? We entertained every single one of you guys from Whangarei down to Invercargill. We entertained all you guys in our hometowns, mine, the Hibiscus Coast, his, Taranaki. We had every match that you can think of. We had Iron Man matches, 2 out of 3, 4 matches, Fans Bring the Weapons matches, and on and on. So it is my honour and it is my privilege to stand here and to induct into the 2024 Hall of Fame the former 4-time New Zealand Heavyweight Champion, the Deal, Dal Knox.
everyone. Thank you, Vinny Dunn. Thank you, Dion. Thank you, everyone, for being here and providing me with such a warm welcome. You have no idea how much I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. Massive thanks to Vinny Dunn. When I first joined IPW, Vinny Dunn was one of the first people to come up to me and sort of befriend me, kind of show me the ropes and introduce himself to me. I took one look at this guy and I was like, man, I want to look like that guy. I mean, I got to get into shape, man. Look at me, man. I got to get into shape if I'm going to compete with people like this. So I rocked up to Hibiscus Coast one day and went training with him. And we ran staircases and we started carrying each other up and down these stairs. I get into his car, we're about to take off. Open the door, open the door, open the door. Oh my gosh, you're an animal? Sadistic animal. And he's right, yeah, we faced each other all over the country. Fans bring the weapons. My personal favourite match. The most painful match I've ever been in, man. My back was black the next day, eh? I kind of deserved it at a time, but that's okay. Different story for another time. So when I was growing up, and I'm a little bit jealous of all the talent today because they get to work in a ring like this. But when I was growing up, there was no ring. There was no federations to wrestle for. There was nothing, man. So one day I'm living down in Wellington and I'm working in Lower Hutt and my mate comes up to me and he goes, wow, Dallas, man, have a look at this, man. There's a show going on here to a gym, Lower Hutt. Oh, damn, let's go have a look at this. So we get down there. And I'm sitting down watching these guys from NZWPW. I'm watching De Hoya, The Inferno, Johnny Juice. I'm watching X-Rated. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm sitting on the wrong side of the guardrail, man. And my foot's going like this. So I go up to the promoter after the show. His name's Martin Sterling, my mentor. And I say to him, hey man, my name's Dallas and I really want to train. Do you think you can please give me a chance? He said, Dallas, what you need to do is you need to come in here every Tuesday and Thursday. I don't know what you just said, but okay. Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday, I got that part. Anyway, we formed a little stable down there in Wellington with my friends John and Charlie, and we called ourselves the Nacky Fellas. And yeah, we had a good time acting like a bunch of dirty, rotten heels. And then one day, I move over to Australia and I go and train with some guys out West Australia with a guy called Greg Bounds. His name's TNT for the AWF. Well, that didn't really go anywhere because I got homesick, man, because New Zealand's where I belong, right? Yeah. So I get the option of moving down to either Christchurch or I get the option of moving to Auckland, and I'm thinking, ooh, IPW in Auckland? So straight away, I'm on my way up to Auckland. And I was already a bit of a fan of IPW before I even started up here. I was a bit of a marked fan for some of the wrestlers here, and I can remember meeting some of them. I can remember meeting the Machine Chuck Warner for the first time, the great Machine, who I have the privilege and the honour of having his final match with, and that's one of the greatest accomplishments and honours I could ever receive. He approached me one day and he said, "Hey, what do you think about this match? I call it a lights out death match. You want to have my championship? You're going to have to do this match." Oh, all right. Anyway, I also want to mention someone else who's not with us as well, but our friend Peter Lane, who recently passed away. And I just want to say, Peter, if you can hear us, I'm really sorry about that really hard chair shot I gave to you. You didn't tell me to bring it, alright? I remember Vinny flashed me a look like, "What the hell are you doing, man?" Anyway, sorry Pete, love you very much. There's a few names I want to mention. I want to mention my old manager, Dion McCracken. Who is responsible for me orchestrating the West Lake screw job. Sorry, Vinny. And I also want to say a big shout out to my tag team partner, probably the best and worst tag team partner I've ever had in my life, Dave O'Connor. Double D, where are you? There he is. We're like the Rockers, I'm Shawn Michaels and you're Marty Jannetty. I also met some other characters along the way. I met the great Alfred Valentine. Man, that guy taught me so much. I ran into another great guy, a man who did the favour for me. First time I ever won an IPW championship. His name's Johnny King. Caleb, thank you very much. Love you, man. And a host of other great names like Joseph Kincaid, Daddy Cool, Carl and Gus, Alexander, Ant, Troy, James, Burns, Conan, Lil T, Luke, Ost, The Economist, Cameron Bailey, who beat the hell out of me, thank you, Liam, Jordan Invincible, and of course my best friend Hanson, Danny Jacobs. It was an absolute honour and privilege to perform in this ring, to be the IPW champion. It meant the world to me, man. I used to sleep with that belt. Not like that! Be a bit painful. Hey, shut up! But I want to say something to the talent backstage, or anywhere. I want to say that you never stop learning in this business. It's provided me with friendships and a brotherhood that will last forever, and I'm so grateful for that. I want them to know that it's okay to express yourself, it's okay to make fun of yourself, and it's okay to be nervous because nerves bring out the best in all of us. Respect the business, respect the fans, respect each other, and never take it for granted. And most of all, have fun doing it in the process, guys. Now I know you've been sitting here for quite a long time tonight and enjoying the show and cheering everybody on like they deserve. They're giving you everything, man. And there's a champion who's about to come out here. His name's Horus. And the guy is all class. And I want you to blow the roof off when he comes out here and give him the respect he deserves because he's one hell of a champion in my opinion. pro wrestling as much as we do. You make it all worthwhile. I want to say thank you to the past and the present talent. And I really want to give a shout out to people like the cameramen, the photographers, the ladies in the kitchen out there, the people on the door selling the tickets. The production crew, the people in charge of promotion, the people doing the music, the lighting. To me, you're the true champions and you're what makes New Zealand wrestling tick. So thank you very much, guys. To my friends and family, to my daughter Shanae over there. She grew up backstage. She was this tall, running around backstage. The Machine, Chuck Warner, had come up to me one day and he said, "Look, I'm not really big on kids, but your daughter, she's so cute. She's okay. She can stay back here." Thanks, Chuck. My little boy Isaac down there. My tag team partner Tyler. My uncle, my auntie, my mum. You know, my mum gave me a ticket to WrestleMania 18 for my 21st present. How good is that? As good as it gets, Mum, I love you. And I just want to shout out to my wife, Claire. She is the one who reminded me and made me remember who I am. I'm a professional wrestler. And now, I'm an IPW New Zealand Hall of Famer. I thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy your night.
A former 4-time New Zealand heavyweight champion, but that championship now around the waist of Horus. After tapping out the champ at our last event, Sir Mr. Burns is the new #1 contender. Can he force a second submission and claim the championship, or will Horus get his revenge? It's time to find out in our Grave Consequences main event. Let's take it to Steve McCleary. Hall of Famer, the Deal, Del Knox. to a main event between two men who will likely be IPW Hall of Famers in their own right. We have arrived at our headline bout for the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship here at Grave Consequences. The blue tide has been making its way north all year long as Sir Mr. Burns continues his campaign for gold. After a victory in tag team action over the New Zealand Heavyweight Champion at our last event, where Burns shockingly forced Horus to tap out to the Luxon lock. Burns was named the new #1 contender at our Grave Consequences main event was locked in. The challenger is as ready as he'll ever be, but he will have to be ready to contend with the Duke of Death and the New Zealand Heavyweight Champion, because 2024 has been the year of Horus. Since reclaiming the championship in the first ever four-way ultimate match, Horus has turned back challenger after challenger, but none who had made him submit prior to the championship match. What state of mind is Horus in, knowing that he has tapped out to Burns before, and if he does it again tonight, the championship will no longer be in his possession. Horus lays the championship down metaphorically, drawing a line. Indulging in some Halloween-themed candy perhaps. But the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Let's take it to Steve McCleary for our main event. The ominous chant from Mount Albert, Horus is going to kill you. as this matchup officially underway now for the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. The current champion, Horus, a former title holder, Sir Mr. Burns, who desperately wants to make his way back to the top of the mountain yet again. It's main event time at IPW, grave consequences. Here we go, Steve McCleary. What are you seeing in the early going?
Well, what's interesting about this match, it is a traditional singles match. There is disqualification, there is count out. Neither of those would give Sir Mr. Burns the championship. But of course, he's an aficionado of technical wrestling. This might be a detriment for Horus. At this early stage, you can see it right now, he's got that headlock on. He's the first person to get an offensive maneuver on his opponent. And I do have to wonder, I have a quick question for you, David Dunn. I know that Sir Mr. Burns earned this opportunity. You're the one who decided to give it to him. He wasn't in a contenders match. You saw his performance, you gave it. Is there a little bit of, is this connected to James Shaw? Did you know that this might have caused some issues in Church and State?
I wouldn't like to admit to doing anything to antagonise James Shaw, as we see Horus with the back elbow there. Of course, James Shaw, extremely unstable, as we saw at our last event, and again earlier tonight, he has been banned from the building. That's why he is not at ringside. That's why Burns is out here with Tyler Ernst on his own. And Horus now catching Burns in a fireman's carry position, but Burns sending the champion to the outside. And at the end of the day, Steve, if you're Sir Mr. Burns and you force the champion, you don't just, it's not a flash pinfall. He tapped out the champion.
I mean, it's true, 100%.
I mean, a win is a win, but there's something about a submission. There is a definitive nature to imposing your will on another competitor.
Very few people can say that they've managed to make Horus submit. Like, that is, like, it is a massive victory. Sir Mr. Burns has earned this. And I think what is good about this, like, we don't see, as you said, you don't see James Shaw. Great call by you. He's banned from the building. We don't see Tane Tukaha. He was taken apart by Rilla. Tyler Ernst, he took part in a pre-show match here before the broadcast that you're watching right now. Something you can only see when you come here live to IPW special pre-show matches. Tyler Ernst tied from that match as well. This is probably the least effective Church and State has ever been coming into a championship match. I know Sir Mr. Burns must know that.
Meanwhile, the numbers now perhaps on the side of Horus as he looks for the third of the Dukes.
I think Ernst still effective. I may have spoken too soon about all that. So we've got two Dukes helping out Horus. Sir Mr. Burns just with Tyler Ernst. I still put this in Horus's camp. Despite the lack of hardcore rules, Horus is a fighting champion.
And that's the thing that often gets overlooked when it comes to Horus. He is so effective in those no disqualification, anything goes environments. Oh, and Burns flying off the second rope with a Sky City headbutt.
But, you know, whenever a top competitor loses, it affects what happens next. It's always interesting to see what happens next. Some competitors, they get stronger, they're more focused, they know where their weaknesses are, they strengthen them up. Other competitors fall apart. Oh! Blue Thunder Bomb!
Blue Thunder Bomb trying to stop the blue wave that has been making its way towards Horus.
And that is the thing. I don't see any evidence right now of Horus falling apart because of that submission loss. I think this has just, it's invigorated him even further.
There's a question that played on our minds heading into this matchup, but Horus is mentally strong as they come.
And Ernst keeps grabbing the shoe. Oh!
Belly to belly from Burns out of the corner. And applying the Graham Heartbreaker, as he calls it. Cross arm breaker, and that's to soften up the champion for the Lux and Lock. Horus knows it. He makes his way to the ropes.
Instantaneously in the ropes.
It's one thing to watch tape, to watch video, to watch IPW on demand here on YouTube and see what Mr. Burns has done in the past. But if you're Horus, to have actually felt that, to know the pain of the Lux and Lock, to know the torque and the pressure that's applied to the shoulder, that forced him to tap out.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't in a singles match, but he's felt it. He knows he can lose to it. So will he try and protect the arm? He's not doing a good job of it currently. He might not have the opportunity to. Mr. Burns is a submission specialist supreme.
And the knee now being driven directly into the target. It has become abundantly clear the game plan of Mr. Burns. Why wouldn't it be? It's how he tapped out the champion in the past, but to do it this time with the title on the line. would be all the more sweet for the Knight of the Realm. Sir Mr. Burns again driving his knee into the arm of Horus as he tries to wrench it back further and further to apply that Luxon lock and take home the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. Hard to watch as the body weight of Mr. Burns channeled directly through his knee and into the arm of Horus.
But Horus is fighting back. It's that fighting spirit we've seen so many times. Sir Mr. Burns looking to cut it off instantly though.
Hard impact into the corner from the Irish whip. Horus moves out of the way. Burns looking for the Air New Zealand off the second rope. Horus catching him, thinking about down with the sickness, trying to get the double underhooks. And Burns rolling through, looking for the Luxon lock.
No. And Horus again, instantly to the ropes. I'm going to call it. He knows exactly what it feels like. I think he might be very worried. He knows his championship could disappear in seconds.
But Horus, great awareness of where he is in the ring, has been able to make it to the ropes in record time with the threat of that submission. Oh! Burns driving the point of the heel of the boot. Horus's left arm is trapped, nowhere for him to go.
I mean, I can't even imagine the damage right now inside Horus's arm, his shoulder, the ligaments and tendons within. Sir Mr. Burns, oh, he's going for it again. Sir Mr. Burns is methodical. He knows everything you can do with an arm.
And he has grounded Horus here in the center of the ring, a long way away from those ropes. And the Duke now looking for the double underhooks again. Burns with the counter.
And he's going for it again.
And Horus managing to reach out, makes his way to the bottom rope, even though Burns had positioned his own body between Horus and the safety of the ropes.
I guess he just couldn't know for sure how long Horus's arm was. He was able to stretch. I don't think that's a mistake Sir Mr. Burns will make a third time.
A scary thought for Horus, and now those ropes that once provided sanctuary.
Oh. We could be looking at a separated shoulder right now for Horus. And Tyler Ernst is just picking the scraps right now.
Rubbing salt into the wound. That bottom rope no longer a friend of Horus's.
So Mr. Burns might be closing in on another national championship here tonight.
It's been Burns' intention throughout the entire 2024 to end the year with the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. Taken him a long time to get to this moment. He will not waste this opportunity. But heading up top, he gave the champion some time to breathe, and Horus gets the counter.
Yeah, Air New Zealand just crashed, and there ain't no bailouts coming. But one has to question at this point, with the damage to the arm that is clear as day, Can Horus do any of his favourite manoeuvres? You know he loves that down with the sickness, the double arm DDT. Can he hook it with an arm hanging? He's holding it in like that.
As offensive as it is defensive, the attack from Sir Mr. Burns, but Horus, one good arm or not, still can throw down with the best of them. Backing Burns into the ropes here. Burns trying to put on the brakes. And a back out.
Reflex there, like he usually uses the left arm to pull it and throw his opponent. Immediately that reflex cost him, completely cost him.
Horus will have to be adaptable if he is to retain the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. He has been able to roll with the punches throughout much of 2024. And now Burns instigating a slugfest.
Well, we know when Horus gets angry. No. Oh! Well, the point I was considering making might be moved right here.
And now it's not the Luxon lock, but the Federated Farmers Fujiwara armbar. Horus again able to roll through, relieve the pressure, and take down Burns with a clothesline with his one good arm.
And if he's only got one good arm, that's all it'll take. Horus finding more friends here.
We saw two at the start of this matchup, but now Horus looking to complete the trifecta, the third of the Dukes.
No.
Horus with the F5, but he just clipped referee Dan Wood.
And Horus doesn't know. He doesn't know why he's counting, and Ernst is at the ring.
Come on. Dan Wood inadvertently struck down by the boots of Sir Mr. Burns, and now Tyler Ernst putting the boots to the New Zealand Heavyweight Champion.
Oh man, this is bad news, man. This is bad news. Horus finally had things in control.
Now Burns pinning Horus in position. He can't move out of the way.
Don't do it!
Oh! Massive elevation on the elbow drop from Ernst. But crucially, Burns...
Damn it, Ernst, not like this!
Burns is rolling into the cover. Wood is stirring.
Not like this!
Not like this, Steve, you're right. Only a count of two.
How does Horus do it?
Time and time again, the Duke of Death finds a way. This is why he is the New Zealand Heavyweight Champion. He can endure punishment like none other.
He's going for... But you could tell he just could not hook it.
Burns with the roll through now.
Oh, no.
That's a Luxon lock.
Oh, there is no way for Horus to reach the ropes.
Horus is reaching, but the Luxon lock is applied. Look out into the cover here.
Oh my God, Horus almost pins Sir Mr. Burns.
An ingenious way to break out of the submission. Oh!
Boom Psycho D!
Rearranging the facial features of the champion.
If Sir Mr. Burns had any hair, it would have knocked it straight off. And now we've got a dead heat. No, Horus sits up. He's still got life. He's still got a chance at this thing. The highest of risks, but the highest of rewards.
No reward on that one. Horus misses the mark, and Sir Mr. Burns is there to pick the scraps. The Luxon lock
Oh, no.
Burns has the champion locked in his full guard. The Luxon lock is applied.
Horus, he's biting him! When you think you've seen it all.
Another unique counter to the submission. And Burns, speaking to referee Dan Wood, saying no disqualification, please don't disqualify him.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. You're not going to win the title if Horus is disqualified. Oh my God! Oh my God!
You're not going to win the title like that. Burns heading up top, maybe thinking about going Air New Zealand.
Oh.
Horus face plants the challenger.
He's done it!
Down with the sickness from out of the corner. Horus endured the Luxon lock. He found the counters, and in the end, that incredible high impact maneuver of his own, down with the sickness and down with Burns' chance to become New Zealand heavyweight champion. In your grave consequences main event, Horus reigns supreme and still New Zealand heavyweight champion.
Please, gentlemen, if you regain some composure, I have another announcement, folks. December 14th, nightmare before Christmas, the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship will be on the line when Horus defends his championship against the Spartan.